Good morning. This is Angela with Today's a Cup of Tea. I love working out. I love going to the gym. I take cardio kickboxing classes, all tough stuff. I like doing weights and really, really sweating from a hard workout. Many people will say, I'm so surprised, that's awesome that you're doing that. Because many people who get into the spiritual world tend to get away from that, actually avoid it, because we're floating out in a theta state, for lack of a better, or out in the expanded universe a lot of our time. And I usually tell someone when they bring that up to me that it is more important than ever before for me to work out on a regular basis, and for anyone right now. So, because you might be sitting here asking, well, why is this relevant to me since I talked to you about all these different topics about you? But it is, because we are actually changing. We're going through a really big time of change. I'm getting a lot of people talking to me and asking, well, I keep on running into things. I keep on banging stuff and knocking things over, and I've never been this way. I've never been awkward, or I haven't been awkward since I was 14 years old, and I don't understand it. Part of it is we are physically changing. Our vibration is changing. Our density is changing. If you pay attention to astronomy, we are coming into our solar system this year. Apparently we're coming into what they call the photon belt in our galaxy. And by nature of physics of the photon belt, that as they've studied, we are actually going to adjust, or have already started to adjust, in changing our density and becoming less dense and higher vibration. So isn't that funny? Because it ties so into our spiritual changing and how we're awakening and evolving. So we have all these changes going on that are including physical. So while we are paying more attention to the expanded universe, while we're paying attention to our higher consciousness, if we stop doing physical activity, if we stop remembering that we have to continue working out to remember our bodies and our connection to our bodies, then it becomes really awkward. Then we start running into things and bumping stuff and knocking things over, and we can get hurt. So I highly recommend to everyone to incorporate some sort of physical activity into their life. Now, it doesn't have to be a strenuous, terrible, hard workout like cardio kickboxing or martial arts like I love, but it should be something that connects you so that you feel your body, whether it's even just taking a walk or taking a hike, rowing a boat, going on a boat, or taking a yoga class. There's so many different things you can do. Just getting on a bike and riding. Something that is going to give you conscious realization of the body that is attached to your thoughts, to your mind. And the more conscious we are of that connection, then the more we understand how everything that we have as in terms of illness and disease and injury is just simply a manifestation of what comes through from our mind and spirit. Every single thing. So the more we stay connected, especially during this time of great change, we're changing our level of consciousness, our world is changing, our bodies are changing, everything is changing. So what's key is to keep our conscious connection. The more conscious we are of that connection between all of our levels of consciousness from the cellular level all the way up to our I am consciousness, the better it is. So one of the ways of doing that is actually doing something that is going to keep you grounded in your body. And I don't even like using the word grounded, but it is sort of like a grounding. It's just connected, staying connected to your body and aware of it and communicating with it. Because when we do that kind of workout, when we do a hard workout, this is how I look at them. When I do a hard workout, I am completely connected to my body. I can feel the muscles. I can feel it when they burn. I can feel when they're tired. That is really, really key. And the better we can do that, the better we can go through the rest of our lessons, go through the rest of this existence, and what we are processing and how we're ripping off the Band-Aid during this whole spiritual evolutionary time, the easier, the more grace and ease that we'll have in doing so. And I've talked about it a zillion times, I'm all about the grace and ease and balance and harmony and joy, and without trauma, drama, or illness of any kind. So that's something to start to consider. Whatever it is that is going to allow you to think, because also a lot of people are staying at their computers all day, and you forget about your body. You just have to have your mind in gear. So you're not grounding into your body. You're not paying attention to everything. A lot of times we have energy that gets stuck up here, causes neck aches, headaches. It causes so many issues with us on the upper half of our body because we're forgetting about the lower half. We're forgetting to be what they call grounded. We're forgetting to pay attention to our feet, to pay attention to our legs. That's when we come into trouble and all this awkwardness. And that's going to be exemplified like a whole bunch in the near future because of the physical changes we're going through. So your homework this week is to find, if you're not doing that, to find a way for you to work in your schedule a way to physically notice your body. Now, the second part to this is to do, many of us are ignoring our bodies because, why? Because they're not happy with it. They're unhappy with their body. They have self-esteem issues. They think they're too tall, too short, too fat, too thin, too ugly. Don't like this, don't like that. So those are other issues to explore. Those are a lot of deep-rooted issues. However, in the meantime, so one of the things to clear is, are those issues about your body and where they came from and how they originated? And because the key here is to pay attention and to love your body and to embrace it, and in doing so, connecting to it fully. It sounds really simple, but it can be very complex. And what's really key again is meditation, asking about why I have this disconnect with my body, why I'm unhappy with it, and listening for the answer, clearing that out, resolving it, releasing it, and then really connecting in and staying connected. And the more we do that, again, I come back to the more grace and ease we're going to have. So on that, I'm going to get to our clearing for today, and that is would you like Creator's Truth on connecting to the body, connecting all levels of consciousness and what that means and why it's important, perception versus the truth, and how to have your body continuously adapt to the physical changes that are going on, and how to stay connected and completely grounded with your body from the higher levels of consciousness. To bring forward, and all of this, everything we do is always without trauma, drama, or illness, without recreating a situation for illustration or experience, and all with ease and grace and balance and harmony and joy. And all the other stuff, fun, adventure, excitement, humor, love, all that. And all the information we're asking for comes with instantaneous and comprehensive download and fully conscious understanding. So, to back up all that stuff we had talked about, also, I'm hearing to resolve, dissolve, clear, and release any and all agreements that cause you to disconnect from your body, and bring forward any unlearned lessons, and just get the downloads and resolve and release them and write them off as completed. To release all those agreements, resolve, dissolve, heal, and release any agreements related to this that are limiting you from connecting to your body fully, from the mind and spirit, and thanking all parties involved, opening the doors to apology and forgiveness in all directions, pulling all beliefs related to I hate my body, I don't like to be connected to my body, I'm disconnected from my body, I want to be disconnected from my body, I am afraid to be connected to my body. We're going to pull all fears, anxieties, regrets, rejections from that are related to these as well, and all the underlying self-limiting thoughts, words, and actions at the cellular level from those beliefs from those resentments, regrets, and rejections, and anxieties and fears, and from those agreements that we just pulled. We're going to pull all that, the memory and energy of those from the cellular level, and the memory and energy of all self-limiting thoughts, words, and actions from cellular memory. Transform to Creator's light, send it back to Creator, close those receptors, open new ones, saturate their cells with Creator's unconditional love. Download the beliefs, I love my body. I know how to stay connected to my body. I know the purpose of staying connected to my body. I know the benefit of staying connected to my body. I love my body. I love my physical body. I love all levels of my consciousness. And I know how to assimilate all of them. And with that, we're going to get all of the feelings and knowledge of how to do that, and how it feels to do that, and that you're worthy, deserving, and able to, that it's okay, possible, allowed, and safe to, that you're ready, willing, and able to, and that you can do that right now. Write it off as a completed lesson in the Akashic Records. Resolve, heal, and clear the timeline all directions to infinity with the violet platinum flames. Offer it to all ancestors and descendants. I think that covers it all. So to do that, just take a deep breath, clear your mind, and say, yes, body connection. And that's it. Have a great day. We'll see you later in the week. This is Angela. Today's Cup of Tea.